endless beaches and the sea. A new age action sport, beautiful skyscapes, and a quaint French colonial town. What more could one ask for while going on a journey on one of India's most scenic highways?
We do get to see all this and more as we travel down the famous East Coast Road from Chennai to Puducherry. Welcome to Follow the Star, the show where we discover the different facets of India through journeys on highways.
Our journey through started some time back from the temple town of Vellore. We travelled on the beautiful Asian Highway 45, tasted a sweet unique to the historical town of Arcot, visited Kanchipuram, the city of the 1,000 temples, met some fellow travellers addicted to speed, and finally ended at the coastal metropolis of Chennai, where we met the torchbearer of Indian squash, Deepika Pallikal. Today we complete the second part of our journey in Tamil Nadu. We will start from Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu, and also the nerve center of the eastern seaboard of India. Most of the highways in South India converge in Chennai, which is also well connected to the rest of India through the Golden Quadrilateral Highway network. However, today we travel along the State Highway 49, better known as the East Coast Road. Our destination, the former French colonial town of Puducherry. On the way, we cover places like Dakshina Chitra Center, the ancient port town of Mamalapuram, a hidden gem of a beach, and a beach famous for surfing. The approximate distance of today's trip will be around 160 kilometers. Most of the route is on a 2-lane highway, which on an average is of very good quality. In the former French colony of Puducherry, we meet with the very talented designer and actress Aisha Kapoor. Beat the crazy traffic Chennai is known for, I started off for Puducherry early in the morning. There are two ways of going to Puducherry from Chennai. The first is down the State Highway 66, also known as the Grand Southern Trunk Road. It's approximately 170 to 180 kilometers long. The second route is the State Highway 49 or the East Coast Road. I am choosing to go down the second route, that of the East Coast Road. It's the shorter of the two routes, though by only a marginal 20 kilometers, but most importantly, it's the most scenic of the two routes. Though, because of the ever-expanding urban sprawl of a huge city like Chennai, it takes some time before it even feels like we are on a highway and not on a city road. But even then, the 4-lane highway is very well maintained and is a joy to drive on. And maybe because it was early in the morning, there wasn't even too much traffic. Post the Uthandi toll booth, which is around 24 kilometers from Chennai, the highway became a 2-lane one, though the quality of the road remained good.
I really like this road. It's a flat stretch, the traffic isn't much, and the condition of the road is really good.
Just a few kilometers after the toll booth is a very interesting pit stop. It's called Dakshina Chitra and is a center of art, craft and architecture of South India. It's just around 28 kilometers south of Chennai on the East Coast Road and in my opinion is a must visit if you are travelling down this road. Spread over 10 acres overlooking the Bay of Bengal, the centre famously offers a peek into the way of living in South India. These houses have been authentically reconstructed and offer a glimpse into the past. Visitors can also buy traditional arts and crafts of South India directly from artisans. Though there are restroom facilities, there is no canteen or cafeteria at the center.
Wow, there's the sea. And that is the beauty of this East Coast Road. There are vast stretches of the highway where the sea literally runs alongside the road. And trust me, we're going to be seeing a lot more of the sea.
My first stop on the journey to Puducherry is the ancient port city of Mamallapuram. In ancient times, this port was used by traders to sail out to Southeast Asia. One of the most interesting sights is that of the rock-cut carvings of Arjuna's penance.
In the Mahabharata, Arjuna did this mighty penance to gain the powers of the famous Pashupati Astra. That particular penance has been depicted on these rock carvings, which were carved by the Pallav dynasty around the 6th and the 7th century.
Other attractions include the Pancharathas, 5 structures, each carved from a single piece of rock. The most famous attraction of Mamallapuram, though, is the 8th century AD Shore Temple. It overlooks the beach and is quite impressive. The beach, though, is only good for a walk as it has dangerous undercurrents and one should not swim there. This little town also has a tradition of stone sculptures and has many places selling these sculptures, which are of various sizes. Now around 40 kilometers ahead of Mamallapuram lies a hidden gem of a beach. One has to watch out for the sign which says Oscar Beach Resorts and turn left off the highway into the lane. A kilometer or so down a bumpy road that is still being constructed lies this divine beach with a fishing village on its edge.
Look at this. This is way more than I expected. Beautiful beach, the sea, and there's a fishing village.
I even decided to help some fishermen in pulling their boat onto the sand.
Okay, I'm not much of a help at all. My hands are getting scraped and I don't know how they do this every day because it's really heavy to pull this boat up to the shore.
My noble intentions, however, outweighed my efforts and I very soon left them to their Herculean task, not that they even noticed.
That is the beauty of driving on highways. You can actually get off it anytime you want. And that is how I managed to find this beautiful secret spot, this hidden gem with a brilliant beach and a fishing village. Now these are experiences I would never get if I had to catch a flight or live in hotels or resorts.
I could have spent an entire day at that beautiful beach, but I still had a destination to reach and more importantly, a beautiful highway to drive on. The 2-lane highway was indeed a joy to drive on, with its minimal traffic and the good roads lined with large shady trees. Another fascinating sight on this journey that one must watch out for are the salt pans approximately 110 kilometers from Chennai. As one gets closer to Puducherry, the road gets more populated and one passes a series of little villages. One must go slowly and carefully because at these villages, traffic can be very unpredictable. Right before one enters the Union Territory of Puducherry, there is a toll booth which marks the end of the beautiful toll road. 8 kilometers before I entered the town of Puducherry, I turned off the highway and headed straight for the sea.
Now the reason why I'm heading towards the beach is because I have to meet two brothers, Juan and Samai, at their shack on Serenity Beach. Now what they do and why I'm going to meet them, that you'll find out soon enough. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I've been looking for.
The two Spanish brothers, Juan and Samai, introduced me to the world of surfing. And I finally reach Puducherry, where I meet Aisha Kapoor, who takes me around her town and shows me some facets of Puducherry which are quite contemporary.
Welcome back to Follow the Star. This is Juan and Samai and they run a surf school here on Serenity Beach. They've been telling me their very interesting life story. So guys, how and why did y'all open a surf school of all things?
Basically, we surf since we got to Oroville in '95 and it became our passion. So by the age of 22, I decided to make my passion my profession, basically.
And you pulled your brother into it as well.
And then I called in 2010 my brother because the surf school was it was picking up. I was doing about 2 shifts in the weekends and it was getting a little bit hectic, and I thought that my brother that was stuck in Spain working, just call him up and tell him come and give me a hand.
And you decided to just leave everything and come and give your brother a hand at surfing.
And I said, hey, come surf every day.
So who do y'all teach? Locals, tourists?
Everything. It started more like when I came back in 2010, it was a lot of, I would say, international tourism.
Yeah.
You know, more of people from abroad and all. And then more and more actually was more and more national tourism. And then, yeah, people
Indians are
there.
looking for extreme sports,
really,
like biking, skateboarding, rafting, all this kind of
So you
sports.
think
So surfing comes into that bubble.
You think
and
surfing has a future in India?
Oh yeah.
Massive.
Oh yeah.
Massive.
How long is it going to take? Is it going to take me to learn how to surf?
You stand and catch your own wave on the first
Yeah, on
lesson.
the first day you're standing up on the board and catching pretty much your own waves. And then
And
after
what if,
it's just...
what if I'm really bad at balancing?
Don't worry,
No
we'll give you an
way.
instructor
We'll
just for
make
yourself.
We'll make sure you stand on that board. Don't worry about that.
So thank you for everything that you told me about surfing. I'm not that great with my knowledge of surfing and I've got a few tips of you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come back for sure.
Most welcome.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Though I didn't have time to learn how to surf, I was happy enough to see them teach surfing. It wasn't just amazing to see the passion of Juan and Samai, but it was also heartening to see so many people interested in learning the sport of surfing, which even now in India, very little is known about. Having left Juan and Samai and their surf students behind, I finally entered my destination, Puducherry. Puducherry, formerly known as Pondicherry, is a former French colony. Throughout the city, one can still get glimpses of the old colonial heritage. The best attraction of Puducherry, though, is its seaside promenade. But I wasn't about to go there.
So here in Puducherry, I am on my way to meet Aisha Kapoor.
Aisha, who lives at her farm just outside Puducherry, shot to fame as a child actress in the movie Black. Her role in that movie garnered her many awards. Apart from her passion for horses, Aisha is also a successful entrepreneur with her own brand of accessories called Aisha. And I was meeting her at her store.
Aisha,
Hey!
finally I get to meet you.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Good, very good.
Now that I'm with you, I want to know what your favorite stuff is.
My favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to decide since well, I'm
All of it
quite
is yours.
involved in the ideas and in the designing and everything. So I've always been a cap person. I love caps.
So that's your favorite part of your store. You like hats?
Well, I've always liked hats. It's really difficult to choose something in particular.
Aisha keeps her designs youth-friendly and easy to wear. Though her accessories were beautiful and I would have loved to see more, we decided not to lose time and go and catch the famous Puducherry sunset at a rooftop cafe overlooking the sea.
So tell me, Aisha, do you like driving?
I'm actually only 19 and I just got my driving license, so I haven't done too much of driving.
Do you enjoy it?
I enjoy being in a car. I enjoy traveling by car.
So you like road journeys?
Yes, yeah. I just recently went on a road trip to Kodaikanal.
Oh,
I like
wow,
going
that's
to
a
hill
beautiful place.
stations like Coorg. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so I'm meeting you in person after I watched your film Black that everyone has watched in India. You haven't worked after that in a movie, right? So are you planning to take that step to get into Bollywood now?
Yeah, I've actually just moved to Bombay and I'm planning to work in films again. And believe
How
in
did Black
yourself.
happen?
Oh, it was a complete coincidence. I grew up in Oroville, which is this international community with people from all over the world. I didn't have any connection to the industry. So it really happened by chance. My mom had given some pictures to a manager of a high design shop.
Okay.
And she had actually asked for them. And my mom said, sure, take them. So next thing we know, we get a call, my mom gets a call saying, when is your daughter coming to Bombay? And I was 9 years old at the time, right? So my mom's like, my daughter is not coming to Bombay. Who are you? What are you talking about? So we find out it's Sanjay Leela Bhansali's office.
Oh my God.
And so this manager had sent the pictures to a casting agent. And
So it happened so randomly. She just took the pictures and there you were in the film.
yeah.
Do you miss living here now that you're living in a city like Bombay?
Oh my God. Yes, I do.
Because I know there's a huge,
I live in
huge
a tiny little apartment,
difference.
without any fresh air, and there's the pollution, and it's fine. It's all part of growing up and being independent, and it feels good also. But I miss the peace.
As the sun set over Puducherry, chatting to this multifaceted young entrepreneur and actress over an alfresco coffee seemed to be the perfect way of ending the day. My journey down the SH49 or the East Coast Road had indeed lived up to my expectation. This route offered a bit of everything plus some more. Just a few hours away from the urban chaos of Chennai, the drive down the very well-maintained two-lane highway itself was invigorating. But what I enjoyed the most about driving down the SH49 was the surprises it threw up. Whether it was fleeting glimpses of the sea from the highway, driving along salt pan, or even finding a hidden gem of a beach tucked away in a corner. In my opinion, the East Coast Road does live up to its fame, and I think everyone should experience it at least once. We journey through Karnataka and travel up some beautiful winding roads to visit the land of honey and coffee.
that is the beauty of this East Coast road. There are vast stretches of the highway where the beautiful beach, the sea, and there's a fishing. Welcome back to Follow the Star. This is Kwan and Samai, and they run.
You want to do this one?
Okay.
Welcome back to Follow the Star. This is Kwan and Samai.
Hi. Very synced.